and we started going down. And this was just the opposite of going up. It was hard, it was cold, it was fast, and it was painful coming back.
She says her spirit returned to her broken and burned body. At the same time, rescuers saw a man walk out of the woods and up to the car.
And they saw him come closer and closer to the car, and he appeared to have a glow about him. And at the same time, there was another man who was behind all of this going on. He was praying fervently for our rescue and our recovery. And he said, just as the angel came upon the scene, he was buckled to his knees because he felt the healing power of Jesus Christ so intensely that it just overpowered and overwhelmed him. One of the rescuers, that's when he was able to free Tracy, and that's when he said she was just as light as a feather. She just essentially popped right out in his hands. As the angel was there, he bent over her, and he put his hands over her face.
He took his hands, and I knew he was healing me. And he said, Tracy, everything's going to be all right. He healed me.
He turned and looked and locked eyes with one man in particular, and very slowly and deliberately he said, take care of Tracy. Nobody knew our names at that point. Tracy's purse was in the car and burned up. She was pulled unconscious from the car. I had not been speaking her name. Tracy had not spoken her name. So for him to know her name, it could only have been heaven sent.
The man turned and walked back into the woods. Soon after, emergency workers arrived on the scene and transported Dan and Tracy to nearby hospitals. The next several months were filled with pain and difficulties as they recovered from multiple fractures and Dan's severely burned body. But Tracy says the presence and peace of God was with her when she prayed.
That sustained me. I could feel peace from head to my toe when I would pray to be filled with the Holy Spirit. It worked better than any pharmaceutical out there, and it really did. And the peace, again, I would be prayed to be filled with peace.
In their book, Angels in the Fire, Dan and Tracy recount how God has used the crash to show his presence in their lives. They say they are thankful they've been given a second chance in life, even in difficult times.
I just recognize the fact that God is with me every day, through everything, the littlest decisions. You know, he's there.